Hey guys, welcome to PE tip number 58. And today, guys, I'm going to talk about what to expect during your first time using the bathmate. Okay, so this is a newbie video, space for newbies. So the first time I used the bathmate, two things came to mind: a little panic and a little discomfort. Let me explain. So obviously, when you're not used to a pump and you don't really know what to expect and you put it on, you know, your penis gets big, really big, and it almost looks like it's going to pop. Okay? It doesn't, but you get what I'm saying. So you get a little panicky, right? You've never done this before. You're not sure what to expect. You're not sure, like, you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want an injury. All these things are running from your mind. And plus, there's a little discomfort because you're not used to the pressure. You are not used to that type of pressure. So it's just, like I said, a little panicky and a little discomfort. Not pain. It's not god awful. It's just new, right? And as you do the bathmate more and more, this discomfort goes away, and it's almost like the intensity goes down. It's not that the pump is any less better. It's just that you get used to the intensity. So I came up with some steps, guys, to help newbies the first few times using the bathmate. All right, guys. So step one, guys, I would start. Now I really like the extreme model, but for those who are beginner, you should get. This is a Hercules model. They don't make that anymore, but the equivalent of this is the Hydro 7. So that would be the one I would suggest you start with, right? It's the cheapest. It's the most newbie friendly one. So that's step one, guys. I would suggest you get a Hydro 7. Step two, guys, and this is important, and I say this about all new equipment: wash it. Even if it comes right out of the bag, you need to wash it. Wash it with warm, soapy water. Just pour it in, shake it up. Usually it comes with a cleaner. Clean it out. Wash around the rim. Really wash it, guys. Okay. Like I said, I'm not, the facility's probably clean and cleanly and FDA approved, or whatever the equivalent of the FDA is. Where I'm sure it's all that stuff. But still, you don't know who touched it. You don't know if the mailman touched it. You don't know if customs looked through it. You don't know whose hands have been on it. You need to wash it with warm, soapy water. Okay? So that's step two, guys. Step three, guys, is warm up. So that if you're going to do it in the bath, that means I use take a shower and really let your junk warm up. So generally, guys, what I do, and I got it right here, is I get a bottle, I fill it up with warm water, and then I insert myself into it for 5 minutes. So you're going to do a 5-minute warm up, okay? Really, I would suggest any type of PE, the SG extender, manual exercises, whatever it may be, always warm up. Okay, guys? So step 4 is you're going to get semi-erect. I would suggest you do the first session semi-erect. Some people do it flaccid. Some people do it full erection. I believe the manual suggests you do it flaccid, but I'm going to go against the grain and say I would suggest you do it semi-erect. So that means you don't have a full erection. You're just bigger than usual, right, guys? That's how I would go in the first time. Step 5, guys, okay, only do your first session, only do a 5-minute session. Don't do the whole 15s, just do a 5-minute session, okay? All you're trying to do is get used to the pressure, just understand what it's going to feel like, and not overwhelm yourself. And really, guys, until you get used to the pressure, guys, your mission, the thing you need to learn is how to put this on and how to release the pressure. And you release the pressure on all of them by pushing. You can see this. You push the button, releases the pressure, guys. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to learn how to get it on, and you're trying to learn how to release the pressure, right? Because you want to know if there is ever pain, or if something's not right, or whatever it may be, how to get it off. So you want to know how to put it on, and you want to know how to get it off. Okay, guys? So now that you got some basic steps of what to do, I want to talk a little bit about some after effects that may catch you off guard. Now, sometimes if you pump really hard, maybe a few hours later, it's going to look a little ugly down there. Do not freak out. usually within, like, let's say I do it in the morning, and then by lunch things look a little ugly. I go to bed, I wake up the next morning, guys, everything's back to normal. Okay, everything is totally 100% back to normal. Now, usually the three things that that occur a lot is, one is water retention. That's what it looks. Everything looks puffy and different areas. Okay, goes away. The second thing is these little red dots that appear on your penis. Those generally go away in a day. Sometimes they go away in 2 days. Okay, those usually go away. Now, the last thing. Now, this happened with the Hercules, so I'm not going to say this will happen with the Hydro 7, but but if they're very similar, I would imagine they do. I might have to get a Hydro 7 just to see, but I would get blisters, and that would be from the skin stretching. It blisters. This is not something. I mean, obviously, it does not look good because it scabs up. But it, like I said, a week or two, that goes away. Okay, I've never had any permanent damage. I've been doing this for 10 years. But like I said, that's probably the ugliest thing. I will say this about the Extreme. I have not had any blisters since using it, and I have used the shit out of that thing in the last 2 months. Okay, that thing is awesome. But like I said, I would still suggest you start with the Hydro 7. So now that you know what some of the more negative after effects are, let me kind of walk it through. So your goal is to first learn how to put it on and take it off. Okay. And I would only suggest you guys do it 3 times a week until you can do all sessions for the 15 minutes a day thing. So let me explain the 15 minutes a day. The bathmate suggests is you put it on, and you take it off. At 5 minutes, you take it off. Massage down there, put it on for another 5 minutes, take it off, massage down there, and then take it off. Then put it on one last time for another 5 minutes, and then take it off. So a total of 15 minutes a day, max. That's what they suggest. So I suggest once you get to that point, 3 times a week, you can start moving on to routines and maybe doing it 4 times a week or 5 times a week, whatever floats your boat. I would generally suggest you guys, when you're starting off, do 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. 5 minutes and then work your way to 7, then work your way to 10, then work your way, to 15. Like, I would suggest you do it that way. So if you guys are interested in a bathmate, I have a link down below. Check them out. They got a 60-day money-back guarantee. It's all good. So that's your PE tip for the day, guys. I will see you tomorrow for another PE tip. Peace out.